Hello, welcome to our series of swimming lessons. In these 5 butterfly lessons, we'll cover the basics of butterfly technique, including body movements, kicking, arm stroke, hands return, and breathing. To master the correct technique, you'll need to put in some good effort, get yourself in decent physical shape, and be patient. In the first lesson, we are going to achieve the correct technique by preparing your body with Dryland exercises. This will help you learn the correct body movements you'll need for swimming butterfly.
In butterfly lessons, we'll be joined by a member of the Russian national swim team, Alexander Pribytok. The flexibility of our body and joints is much more important in butterfly than in any other stroke. Good flexibility is what allows you to achieve the body movements which mimic a dolphin swimming. Improving your flexibility will allow you to swim easier and faster. This is why swimmers should constantly work on their flexibility. Dryland exercises for improving your flexibility may not necessarily be the most appealing. In the beginning, they can be painful, and it can seem that progress is slow. But keep at it. Gradually, your body will become more and more flexible, and your overall technique will improve. Hands rotation is one of the best exercises for shoulder flexibility. These rotations are effective both as a warm-up and also for flexibility training. You rotate both hands forwards, backwards, and to the opposite sides, as well as rotating only one hand. To imitate swimming movements, you can lean forward and rotate both hands. This will help you to get the correct feelings of the movements that you'll need to do in the water. One way to do this exercise is with the assistance of a rubber band. But be careful, using this rubber band can lead to a shoulder injury if you don't do it correctly. Remember, you should warm your shoulders up before the exercise. I recommend doing the hands rotation exercise with an elastic rubber band, but not with a stick or a towel. When your shoulders are not able to rotate easily, or if they are close to being injured, a rubber band will stretch and the hands will rotate. However, a stick or a towel is not able to stretch, so the risk of injury for your shoulders is much greater. In butterfly, the swimmer should move their back smoothly and in a wave pattern. This is done by flexing the chest and the back. This flexing will allow you to relax your back and feel the proper back movements that you need to do in the water. For the next exercise, you need to lay on the fitness mat, supporting your weight with your hands, and in this position you perform butterfly kicks. This exercise helps to train the body movements as well as the butterfly kicks. Your starting position is when your weight is on your hands and your legs are laying on the mat. Then you start performing the wavy movement from the back to the feet. It's done by lifting the back up. Then you lift your hips up and you push with your feet upwards. This will help you to feel and get used to the correct movements. Now, you just need to repeat these movements while swimming. Please remember to do these exercises on a very soft mat or a surface, since your feet can get hurt.
Dryland exercises are crucial for getting the correct technique. They will help you to both feel and understand how you should perform the movements in the water. In swimming, flexibility is crucial, and especially the flexibility of the shoulders. The better it is, the easier it is for you to swim. Now, let's learn how to do the various movements.
In butterfly, you should take a high position in the water in order to swim efficiently. This will reduce the water resistance and allow you to return your hands forward after the arm stroke. A high position in the water during the first part of the stroke is achieved by getting the support of the water with your hands, as well as keeping a high position in your back and pelvis. After the arm stroke, you should lift your pelvis and legs up and move the upper part of the body a little downwards. This will help you to swim smoothly. During this stroke, your body should make a wave-like movement, starting with the back. It should continue with the pelvis and legs, and end with the movement of the feet. This movement, together with the arm stroke and the leg movement, is what pushes you forward. Every swimmer has some problems with the body movements in the beginning. Most swimmers are too tight or tense in the water and are unable to do the wave-like movements. Most children who train in swimming schools can't swim butterfly on their first attempt. The main reason is that they haven't developed body flexibility and the body is too tense. However, after some time training their flexibility and coordination, many kids are able to swim butterfly properly. Adult swimmers should be patient and continue training. I guarantee that after 2-3 months of training your flexibility, your butterfly will be much better. While swimming, don't try to control each movement in the water. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and try to swim in different ways in order to get various feelings in the water. Most importantly, do everything possible to stay relaxed. Focus on your feelings in the water. By improving your technique, your swimming will feel lighter and your speed will rise. When you start the arm stroke, your body should lean a little forwards, while your back and hands should be a little deeper in the water. This is required so that the swimmer can grab as much water as possible. I will talk about the arm stroke in the third lesson. While making the arm stroke, your back moves upwards. In the middle of the stroke, your back should be upon the water surface. At this moment, you start lifting your legs up to perform the kick, aiming for the same time as the end of the arm stroke. If you are able to connect the end of the arm stroke with the leg movement, you can get a lot of speed. At this moment, you need to keep your back as high upon the water surface as possible, as well as keep your body leaning forwards. Your pelvis and legs should be at the same level as your back. When your hands enter the water, you need to perform the second kick. After this, you should move your back in a wave-like movement from the lower part of your back. This will allow you to gain additional speed in the water. When your pelvis moves up, your shoulders should go downwards in the water. In butterfly, it is crucial to perform the movements, which will give you a speed to move forward. Any fluctuations up and down while swimming will reduce speed due to the higher resistance of the water. Concentrate on all of your movements being directed forwards and that all of them are performed at almost the same level. Swimmers often make the mistake lifting their back and hands too high while returning them forward. This creates additional water resistance and their speed slows down dramatically. In butterfly, the movement of the body should be continuous from the back to the feet. Can you imagine how flippers look when performing kicks? The movement of the flipper is continuous all the way from the beginning to the end, without any sharp movements. All swimmers who swim butterfly need to aim to do the same movement, as their body is essentially a big flipper. A wave motion from the back to the feet, without any pauses in the pelvis or knees. Performing the dolphin kicks while the hands are located near the legs allows you to train the body wave movements. Try to get a high position in the water while doing this exercise and try to avoid the upper body's fluctuation, performing the movement only by moving the pelvis and legs. Try to swim in different ways while performing this exercise and keep your swimming speed stable. For breathing, only raise your chin upwards. The second drill is dolphin kicks on your back. This will train your body movement. The arms should be in the arrow position, reaching forward. This drill is hard and it will take some time to get used to it. Avoid big arms fluctuations up and down. Try to move them smoothly. You should straighten your arms as far as possible. Your back, pelvis and legs should perform the same movements as in the previous exercise. You could also swim with training flippers, in order to feel better the movements and to learn how to move the body correctly. Another exercise is doing dolphin kicks on the side. One arm is forward and the second arm is tied to the body. This is useful in training the pelvis and leg movements. It can teach you to perform the same movements of the body and legs up and down. The common mistake is that the swimmers perform uneven movements up and down. This exercise will train you to eliminate this mistake.
In this lesson, we've covered the first step of learning fly technique and we've learned how to move the body correctly. This is the foundation for your future technique. To master good and stable butterfly technique, you need to build up the elements of technique one by one, not all at the same time. It is the same as building a house. You can't do all at once. You need to construct the foundation first, then the walls and the roof come later. In the next video, we'll learn how to do the proper butterfly kicks. What about you? What's the most important technique element for you when you swim butterfly? Leave your answer in the comments. Like the video if it was useful for you and subscribe to the channel.